I want to tell you a little story about becoming what we think about. So when I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school, I was about to take a job in sales with my dad's company, and I did do that. But a friend of my dad's gave me a gift that might very well be the best actual gift a person has ever given me. You see, what that gift was an audio cassette series, and that's aging me a little bit, I realize that. They were literally cassette tapes that you put into a tape player and played them. I'm 49 years old, so do the math. It was over 30 years ago. Long and the short, it was by a guy named Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale was a phenomenal teacher of success. And the audio series was called The Strangest Secret. Today, I'm going to share with you what that strangest secret is. You see, good or bad, we all are becoming exactly what we think about. I want you to just think about, pun intended, think about your life. Think about the highs and think about the lows. We've all had both. In most cases, unless something happened to you, which, hey, listen, I understand. Things do happen to us. And if something happened to you, sometimes that throws you off and you didn't necessarily think yourself into a down spell or think yourself into something great. Sometimes things just happen. But most of the time, where we are in our life right now is because of the way we think. Our thoughts, our mind, our mindset, our brain is so mighty and powerful. The best thing God gave us is our thinking, the ability to think for ourselves. You see, one of the things I've learned in life, and the strangest secret, if you haven't figured it out yet, is that we become what we think about. I started the conversation with that, didn't I? But listen, we do become what we think about. And what is awesome and fascinating to me is if you think about good things, if you think about the things that you want, if you pour positivity into your mind, if you change the channel every single time a negative thought comes in, or at least every single time you catch that negative thought, you change that channel in your mind to something more positive, guess what? Thoughts that used to be thoughts that used to have to be conscious, like positivity that you had to deeply think about and change the channel and move yourself in that direction and intentionally think about, guess what starts to happen with your brain? It starts understanding this is the way he or she wants to think. So subconsciously, your subconscious mind kicks in, and guess what? You now subconsciously become a positive, motivated thinker. Your subconscious starts doing the work for you because for so long you consciously put in the work. You consciously changed the channel every time you started feeling negative. You consciously read the book that helped motivate you, that got you excited, that taught you something new that you needed to learn about mindset or about happiness or about attitude or about Jesus or about your spiritual life. You consciously did all those things. You consciously stood in the mirror every morning, even though at first it felt foolish and you did positive affirmations. You consciously wrote in a gratitude journal every day. And you wrote down 3 to 10 things that you were thankful for. You consciously went to the Lord in prayer and you gave gratitude. You thanked God for what you have right now, currently, even if it wasn't much. When you consciously did those things, when you put in that work, guess what? Your subconscious slowly but surely started understanding that that is the way you want to think all the time. And so now your subconscious mind starts working in your favor. But here's the problem. It can unravel, and it works the same way with negativity. If you are consciously negative, if you are consciously nagging all the time, if you are consciously telling yourself, I don't like my job, I'm not in love with my spouse, I hate my life, I don't like my car's a piece of shit, whatever it might be, whatever those thoughts are, I don't like my house, it's not good enough, my lawn's terrible, whatever, you name it, you're saying it, you're calling it out in faith. Guess what your subconscious mind starts doing then? See, our thoughts become things, good or bad. So you're teaching your subconscious mind how to think, even if it's negative. And unfortunately, then you become a pessimistic person because guess what? Your subconscious thinks that's what you want. So I ask you a question in closing this out today. What do you want? How do you want to think? How do you want your life to go? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to be? What is it that you want to have in this life? What kind of a relationship do you want with God? What kind of a relationship do you want with your family and your friends? I want you to think about those things. Think about the things you want. Forget and put behind you the things that you don't want. And you, and yes, I did say you, can become an optimistic person. And your mindset will be a positive one most of the time. Listen, as always, I absolutely hope this helps.